Hi YouTube, this is the Homeschooling Perfectionist here, and I wanted to share with you a quick video of a few science STEM books that I have. Some of these books I've had for a while now, since I've started my homeschooling journey, and I only purchased one book, which is this book right here. I don't really have to purchase any more books. We'll be doing a subscription, and we'll also be doing this book along with probably dabbling in some of these other books. So there really wasn't a need for me to, buy any more books. So I wanted to share with you guys for those people who are trying to figure out what science books to get or STEM. So anyway, this is my first computer coding book using Scratch. This is what we'll be using this year. This is the only science book that I got because we're going to be learning coding. And it's a really colorful book. I think my son will love it. Talks about computers, what's inside a tablet, about coding. Then it'll give you, then you start getting like these little assignments and you're building your own, I guess, like mini cartoon or just you're learning how to code. Blah, sorry, I'm kind of tongue tied, but you're learning how to code. As you can see here. And this is another little project. This is another little project. So I think this will be so fun. This is very hands-on. It is drag and drop. Since it's on our Android or his Android, you literally you could put on your tablet. So they just, drag it with their fingers. So I like it. This will be really cool. So we'll be using this year. This is old. This is like the OG. This was one of my first science books that I got. Maybe kindergarten, something like that. 365 science activities. Really good book to have. The only thing, when you use this book, just look ahead of time before you do a science experiment here or activity. We didn't use it that much because I would wait to the last minute, go and see if I can find something. And some of the stuff I didn't have in the house. You really don't need that much stuff, but it's just like little stuff. Like at the time I didn't have vinegar or, little things like that. But for the most part, you really don't need a lot of supplies or anything to do some of these activities in here. It's very colorful. Highly recommend this book. Especially, just your children would love looking at it. They like science. Let me just do a quick. So many things to choose from. So, good book. The next book, I got this the same time I got that book. This I would say is for older children, which is why I didn't use it then. I think I used this a couple times last school year. Definitely will use it again, but this is definitely for older children. Early, late elementary. It's very straightforward. Nothing exciting about it as far as the pictures are concerned. But there's a lot of great ideas when it comes to activities to do with your child. Biology, chemistry, physics, planet, human body. So those are the categories that you'll be covering. So it's a lot of stuff that you're getting here, and it breaks it down so that you know what you're covering. My sister, who's a kindergarten teacher, got me these last year. Really good books. She gave me 2 books, so these are definitely STEM. You got science experiments, you got physics experiments for kids. Let's go through this one. Well, let's put it on top. Do a quick run through. Ooh. This is a good book. I don't know. I think I like school books or something. I don't know. I just love it. I'm a visual, as you can tell. So that's that. Science. This is thicker. This is, yeah, it's a lot. Whew. It tells you, I love it. Here's an example. I love that it tells you like the level of difficulty. It also tells you like the beginning and to end times. So like this particular one is 30 minutes, and the category science. So I like that. It tells you the materials. It just breaks everything down for you. So I like that, and it's colorful looking too. You have a couple pictures. Definitely good book. This book was purchased when my son was in pre-K. I actually still use it as a teacher guide to kind of help me making sure that I'm covering every area. But this is a Kumon. You guys know how I feel about Kumon if you've been following me for a while. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Yeah. So anyway, Kumon. This is pretty good. This is good for pre-K. Some things I would say you want to kind of have a demonstration for, like weight. It'd be good if you had a magnet so they can actually touch and feel it. Same thing with mixing colors. That would be good if you had some examples of that they can actually do. But it's pretty good. It's a sticker book. So if your child loves stickers, they'll love this book. And it has the answers in the back too. Where are they at? See? This book is by DK. You know what? You really don't need this book. This was kind of like, that's all I can say. It's okay, I guess, for pre-K, but they like colors. They want to see bright stuff. It comes with stars too. I just took them out. But they like to see colors and stuff like that. So this is cool, but you really don't need this. You're better off getting this one right here if you had to choose. Anatomy. My son, last year we did anatomy towards the beginning of the year. This is our very first anatomy book right here, this one. Got it, I think, either kindergarten. I think it was kindergarten. We got this book. Highly recommend this book if you're starting out with anatomy. It just covers the basics, but I would highly recommend it. You want to trace your child out on a piece of paper, trace them. And then we stuck it up there. I have a video of that. And then every week we just covered a certain part. So like we talk about the brain, I make copies, always make copies. So I copied this for him. It tells you what color to color it. And then you can talk about it and teach on it. And then they cut out the brain and then they would stick it on their little cutout person that's on the wall. So it's really a good book. I mean, my son was so excited about it. Definitely would recommend this book. Doesn't cost that much. I forgot how much it costs, but it doesn't cost that much at all. This human anatomy book, we were supposed to do this together. I color inside the book and I make copies for him because it's a really nice book. I didn't want him messing it up. My aunt was a medical doctor, and I remember being little and having a really thick anatomy book sitting in the classrooms with her. And so I just take pride in these type of books. So this is the first page I did, and that's all. We really didn't do a lot with this book, but I will be picking it back up this year. And like I said, I just make copies and let him color the copy paper, and then I'll color this so it's nice and, neat. Oh, yeah, do a run through. I mean, look at it. It's just, I love anatomy. So, yeah. And it tells you what to color it, too. It tells you what color. So that's good, too. The Human Body Activity Book for Kids. This is a good book. We spent like 50% of our time in this book when we covered it. K through 3. We'll probably touch on the parts that we didn't cover. But it's very colorful. Gives you some tips to try at home. Activities are in here as well. We did some of the activities, but the activities are in here as well, which is really cool and I like. Then we have the Giant Science Resource Book by Evan Moore. This goes from grades 1 through 6. I purchased this last year and I plan to continue to use it for the following years. Really good book. It has everything. I mean, it's just amazing. I put my stuff in a binder to make it easier for me so that I can pop it out and make copies of it. And I don't have to like try to fold it or do anything like that on the copier. I could just take it out. Absolutely. Hands down. It's black and white now. So it's not going to be, but I love it. It covers everything. Like, it covers everything. Everything you could think of science, it's in here. Life science, environmental science, earth science, physical science, space. I also have some graphs in here too, in the back. Forgot to mention that. And it breaks it down. So if you're talking about life science, this is the thing you're going to be talking about in this section. And it's like that for every section. Definitely a good book. And I also purchased one of these, the STEM challenges. I think they have 2 sets. I got the first set. It come like this, little cards. And it tells you that this is earth science. So it lets you know what it is. Okay, wait a minute. Earth, space, and science jobs. Okay, so this particular one is talking about science jobs and stuff like that. Oh, wait a minute. Oops. This is the beginning of the pack. I'm like, wait a minute. This isn't an experiment. Okay, this is raw, you guys. This is live. Okay, so this is the beginning of the packet right here. So this just lets you know, like, you know, a briefing of it. Bam. So then you get into the experiments. So this is one. This is a challenge that tells you your supplies, and you have to figure it out. You have to figure out how to make a rocket using these. My husband and son did this. It was really nice. It gets you to thinking. And then it kind of will give you some tip, like it'll break down the STEM. It'll give you a hint, like if your child is trying to figure it out or trying to figure out how to do it and they don't really know, it'll give you some hints. And then it'll tell you what's going on. What are you learning when you're doing this? This is great. I didn't do too many of this because this is for grades 2 through 5. But my son and my husband, this is like their little thing. They did a few of these projects. Some things I didn't have. So I'm going to try to do better at that, getting the supplies. But overall, this is really nice because they're thinking on their own. And it's not, this is what you do. This is how you do it, blah, blah, blah. So again, this is how it's set up. And this is from grades 2 through 5. So that's all I have for right now. I just wanted to kind of give you a briefing of some science that I have so that if you're looking for some science books or activities for your child, hopefully this video will be of some help to you. Thank you so much for listening. Hope this wasn't too long. God bless. Be safe. Bye.